Hi family, hi family. This is Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy. I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist that practices the art of internal detoxification through the use of colon hydrotherapy, herbs, and natural living. This conversation that we're going to have, I'm going to try to keep it very simple for like 10 minutes, is a conversation about personal responsibility. Personal responsibility. What I know for sure is 71% of the population walks around in an avatar, expects people to finish their sentences. For instance, people will say, I'm calling for that, for that, and they're waiting for me to fill it in. I just sit there and wait. I don't have no idea why you're calling me. And I'm not going to assume that I know what you need or want or why you're calling me. That's the first thing. The other thing is people will say, oh, I've been, calling and calling and calling and calling and calling, and I haven't got a response. And so I will say, did you leave a message? And they'll go, no. When you call your doctor's office, you leave a message, right? When you call your dental office, you leave a message, correct? When you want to make an appointment for any service-based business, if they don't answer, you leave a message. Why is this any different? And I completely understand that I make you feel very, very comfortable, but you got to keep in mind, I'm not your best friend. I have no interest to be. I'm not your homegirl. I'm not, oh, she's the homegirl practitioner. No, love. Let me help you understand something. I'm very much about my business first. Very, very much. Don't ever forget that, right? I had somebody call me this morning and said, hey, I want to book an appointment this week. And I said, well, unfortunately, I don't have any appointments this week. I'm booked solid. My next available is Wednesday of next week and then moving forward from there. Or I can give you my sister locations and then you can contact them to get you in sooner. Now, let me back all the way up for a second. Let me just back all the way up. Number one, I ain't got to do none of that. I can just simply say, I'm not available. Right? But I didn't. I'm always of service. How can I help you find what you need? But here is the other caveat. I ain't got to do that because in essence, this is your responsibility. Right? So I gave the individual two options. Number one, you can book an appointment with me beginning Wednesday of next week and then moving forward from there. Or I can give you my sister locations as a text message. You can reach out to them and see if they can get you in sooner. So she proceeds with, well, where are they located and what are their costs? That is your personal responsibility, love. That's why I'm giving you the phone number so that you can do your own research. So here's the other thing. I'm going to give you my whole list, right? Which is about maybe 6 different colon therapists on that list. Only 2 of them are out of the state. All of the other ones are here local in LA. All you have to do is just read it. And here's the other thing. You have additional information if you travel to that state. You can refer back to that text and say, you know what, I need to get a colonic. So I'm giving you more than what you asked for. So I send her the text. She responds with, well, number one, you can't help me because I want to come in today. Okay, I can't help you. I agree. And then number 2, why would you give me places that are out of state? Whatever, click. However, you can see it as a gift that I'm giving you more information, or you can see it as unnecessary. However you see it, it's not my responsibility in the first place. How about that? Now, there's another point that I want to make. Is this. Your health is your responsibility. In order for you to have any upset in your digestive system, you had to physically either ate something, drank something, or inhaled something, or you are responding to a probably traumatic experience, what led you to drink and eat things that you normally don't drink and eat, or you were traumatized, which also leads you to eating and drinking things you normally wouldn't eat and drink. So with that being said, I had a client who came in the other day and she's like, I just don't understand. And I went to the doctor and they did all these tests and I have this bill, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And oh my God. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, I work with you on a regular basis. Why didn't you just reach out to me? She completely overlooked that. So I said, okay. So she's going on and on and on about the medical bill and about not being serviced and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So again, I ask, are you sharing this information while you're on my table because you would like for me to assist you? Or are you sharing this because you just want to share it? I'm not exactly sure how you want me to hold this information. And then that's when it clicked for her. She's like, why didn't I call you? I have no idea. I said, what was happening to you right before, A, B, and C? We went over it. It was an emotional situation. Her body locked down. The reason why your body locked down, love, and the reason why you're constipated is because at that moment in time, your body shifted from parasympathetic to sympathetic, which is fight or flight. So your body is fighting and fighting and fighting for whatever reason. You could have had an argument with your supervisor, or you could have been in traffic, or whatever it may be. The issue doesn't matter. What happens chemically is that your body shifts from being still and easy while you're digesting food to needing the strength to figure out how to get out of harm's way. When your body shifts into sympathetic nervous mode, digestion stops. Oftentimes, 71% of the population are living in sympathetic nervous mode for 85% of their day. No wonder you're constipated. Now that you're no longer needing to fight or flight, your digestive system kicks in because now your body is slowly moving back to parasympathetic, which is rest and digest, which is where your body needs to be in order to digest food. Your doctor knows this. That's why they have a DR in front of their name. But they did not help you. And here I am, a little old colon hydrotherapist in Torrance. What could I possibly know about digestion? No wonder that I teach this all the doggone time. But don't worry about that. She literally sat and looked at me and was like, yeah, so all of the medication that you just paid for, unnecessary. You going to the doctor and standing in line and stressing because you think something is really, really wrong is all unnecessary. You literally had a very human experience and your body responded. That's the only thing that happened to you. And again, health is your responsibility. It's not mine. It's your responsibility. I'm very, very aware of what I need to do for my body. But the simple point of it is this. People will often come to you and drop their stuff in your lap and expect for you to handle it. My only concern is this. I don't have an issue doing that. You just got to pay me. That's the first thing. I have no issues ironing out your life. I really, really don't. You just got to pay me for that. The second thing is this. I understand why you need a colon therapy session. I understand it. Because the way that you're moving, I completely understand, and I am ready to be of service to you because everything you just said to me does not make any sense. And that lets me know that you have a good amount of undigested food, fecal matter, waste, mucus, etc., sitting on your brain, floating through your bloodstream, and sitting in your colon. No wonder you can't figure it out. I am here to be of service. Let me help you. Let me help you find some peace and stability. But I also would like for you to be intentional. Be very intentional with your day. Be very intentional with what you're asking for. I often have people call me and they go, I have no idea why I'm calling you. I go, okay, well, I'm a colon therapist. Are you calling for an appointment? Well, what is colon therapy? Yeah. No, we're not doing this. We got to be a little bit more intentional because you got to remember that you're calling a business and time is in this vortex that we live in. Time is very precious. So how you spend your time dictates to you what you're going to accomplish. Really think about if every time I picked up the phone, I had to explain in great detail what a colonic is, I would never get anything done. So at some point in time, a website is what you want to look at. Everybody has a website. Take a look at my website. Research colon therapy a little bit, right? Be a little bit more proactive versus just sitting down and allowing anybody or anything to tell you what to do. Maybe that's the reason why nothing is sticking for you, because we have to be a little bit more intentional, right? Also, too, waiting for a doctor to tell you what to do. One of my graduates, one of my students posted a question on her social media and was like, do you think colonoscopies, what do you think about colonoscopies, or are they preventative or something like that? And so everybody said, yes, they are preventative and all this good stuff. And she's like, so you're going to wait until you turn 50 to start doing preventative measures? And all the comments stopped. That's my student. That's my student. Yes, girlfriend. Get them people thinking like, wait a minute. Yes, you have been duped. Yes, you have been duped, because the time you wait until 55, love, you could have been preventing a whole lot of stuff. By the time you get to 55, you're probably in the full throes or the full stages of whatever disease they might find. You see where I'm going with it? No, this is just a collection of thoughts that I've had over the last couple of days where I just look at people like, that was no thought process to that. You just are literally moving with the wind. And that could be the reason why your health is the way it is. There's nothing that is a requirement of you to be intentional outside of your awareness. That's it. Just have to be aware and then be intentional. And I promise you, you're going to save a lot of time. You're going to save a lot of confusion. I had one lady come up to my door, banging on my door the other day. Did I answer it? Good afternoon. Can I help you? So she just walks in and opens up my door and starts walking up the stairs. I said, excuse me. You need to turn around on your heels and walk right back down my stairs and tell me how I can be of service to you. So she was like, I ain't got to say, girlfriend, you're in the wrong office. Then that's when she stopped. She looked around. I'm in the wrong office. Then she just walked out. And I said, you are so welcome. Oh, girl, bye. What? You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up, yo. Technically, you should be in here because you are all sorts of craziness. You need to be ironed out. I'm just, wow. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. But what I really want to say about in this video is be intentional. It's gonna save you a lot of time, a lot of heartache, a lot of Q&A, right? Most people research everything. I'm not really sure why people don't research their own health. I really don't understand it. We will research the hell out of a cell phone, an iPad. You will research the hell out of them eyelashes, the weave, the car, the G truck. Like, you'll research all that. You'll research the Fenty makeup and you'll go through all of that. But you can't go to a website to see how much a colonic costs. That is very interesting. Very selective too. Very selective. You know what I do like? I'm gonna end it with this. I'm just giving you a little synopsis, just like stuff I've seen over the weekend and all that good jazz. Got a client who had, and I'm gonna say it, her whole entire outfit, I want to say, was well over $28,000. Now, don't get me wrong. I may be in uniforms all freaking day, but trust and believe me, baby, I know how to spend that money. So I'm checking her out. She smells amazing. That is not mall scent. Okay. You had to order that, like, for real, and wait for like 5 weeks or whatever before that was hand delivered to you. I know about the perfume that's hand delivered to you, baby, to your house. Don't ever think I don't. So I'm keeping tabs on everything. I'm like, oh, she pull it together. Now, here's the thing. My prices aren't crazy insane, although I do have some things that are very expensive. but my average, menu is not expensive. She set that brand new, I'm just going to call it a bag, right in front of me, right? So I see the bag sitting on the countertop. She leans over and asks me, are there any discounts available? Now, I'm looking at the key. She has a keyless entry push to start car. I know what that key goes to. I know what kind of car that goes to. Did she just ask me for a discount? Y'all can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up, player. And I just said, Queen, no, there's no discounts. But you knew about the prices before you arrived. That was 3 weeks ago. I sent you everything. So I'm not sure why you are excited about the cost. How would you like to move forward? Debit, credit, or cash? And I did not stutter. And then she was like, oh, yeah, we can use a card. I'm not even going to tell you what kind of card she pulled out. I was like, okay, black card. Okay, all right. Like, okay, girlfriend, I see how and why you keep your stuff because of your thriftiness. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get off and get back to work. I just needed to make you guys laugh for a second and see the other aspect of my business. The stuff that I don't talk about. I don't really talk about this, but I just had to make somebody laugh because I am sitting here literally like dumbfounded with the exchange I just had. I was like, what? What? Okay. I'm just a colon therapist. Yeah. No, thank you. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get back to my job. I got admin stuff to do. But enjoy it. Be out there. Have fun. Don't take nothing serious because nothing on this planet means anything to stress you out. If you are stressing out, you are not enjoying life. Let me just tell you that. I could be stressing out over a lot of shit, let me just tell you. But nothing means anything unless you put meaning to it. So go out there and have fun. Take a step back, breathe, and enjoy your Tuesday, okay? Mwah. Have a lovely one.